Are we up to speed?
Yep.
Yep. Well, we love your new approach with this new album.
Thank you.
It's great. It's not the
Thanks.
Whitney we knew, and it's absolutely fantastic. What made you take this new avenue?
What made me take this new avenue, because there's a new breed of music out there, man. It's called hip-hop, and it's taking over the place. It's bottom line, you know? You got to be in it to win it, you know what I mean? It was great to work with people who 10 years, 15 years thought about, God, we're never going to make it, you know what I mean? These kids, it came up, man, and they worked hard, you know? I remember Rodney Jerkins' story Clive told me. He was there when he was 16. He came with a record. Clive said, no good. 17, no good. 18, 19, no good. 21. It took him to get a record. He was wanting to get to me, you know? Mm-hmm. He wanted to write for me. That was his first project, wanting to write for me. And he finally came up with It's Not Right. And Clive called me and said, I got the perfect song for you, if you want to do it. You know? But these are the people that I wanted to work with. Missy, Rodney, Wyclef, Lauren. I wanted to do that.
You listen a lot to their music?
Oh, yeah. I know their music very well. It's like I know the scene, I hear the music, I know who's hot and who's not. I know who's the best in their field. I know the ones who practice at their craft and not just want to make an overnight success hit. Yeah.
So that's your kind of music?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who else do you like listening to?
I like to listen to gospel. I'm a gospel hearer. I like to hear words of meaning and of sweet melodies, sometimes very pulsating, very hard, very driven, very, you know what I mean? You get all of that in gospel. You don't miss anything, you know? You get your soft, you get your hard, you get your medium, you get your rock, you get everything, you get it all.
And you've gone somewhere else totally differently now, and it works so well.
Thank you.
Like how did you get along with all these people, you've been working with? You're working with Lauryn Hill and other people. There's a lot of creative ideas out there.
Well, I got along with them very well. Lauren and I have known each other for some time. Lauren and I are both from New Jersey. We're both born and bred in New Jersey. I've known Lauren since she was about 16. But Wyclef I'd never met. As a matter of fact, he wanted to be in on the project. It was something, he was in Clive's office for a whole other reason, and Clive played him some tracks of mine. He said, I got to be in on this project. And he sent My Love Is Your Love, and I flipped. Great track, great song, great meaning. Missy, I loved her work that she did with Aaliyah. I happen to be an Aaliyah fan. I love her voice, and I thought the songs she was singing were just perfect. I thought they were just great for the new breed of music that came in and took over, you know. And I thought, Missy's bad, and she is. She's so bad. She is so bad. She really is. Rodney, again, he's a musical genius. This man can play classical music. He plays classical. If you listen to the music that he did on me, you can hear it. He strings and he's piano, and his whole family plays piano. They've all taken like 8, 9 years of classical. They all play the piano and they all sing, you know. I've been down to church in Atlantic City. It's like I became friends with these people. It just wasn't about going in and doing a song and working and, producing singer. It was like I wanted to get to know them and they wanted to get to know me so we could feel each other. So when they went and they would write something for me, they would write for me, from my heart, you know. So.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. How would you describe the feel and the sound of My Love Is Your Love? I'm looking for something, on the reggae thing here.
Oh.
If you could maybe mention a little of my question in that.
I would describe My Love Is Your Love as my island. I call it my island song. It's my island song. It's my brothers and sisters on the island, you know. But it's a very deep song. I mean, if tomorrow Judgment Day and I'm standing on the front line and the Lord asks me what I did with my life, I will say I spent it with you. That first line just takes me, you know. That first phrase right there just to carry me away, you know. I mean, it's spiritual. It's human, you know. But it touches both levels. I thought it was just a fabulous, great song to sing, you know. And I asked Clef, I said, what made you want to write this song, you know? And he said, you. He said, you. Yeah, I wrote it for you. I was on the bus traveling on a tour, and he said, this song is Whitney. He just started playing it, and he started writing it, and he said, this song I've been holding for you.
And you didn't know him beforehand?
Not at all.
That's good.
I think it's our relationship. For him to come from church, he's a preacher's kid. For me to come from church, I'm a minister of music's kid. It was just a connection, and we felt it, and that was it.
It's got a lot of personal meaning for you, obviously.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Excellent. Yeah. Have you ever thought of going in the sort of direction of producing? You've done so many things in the past.
You know, this thing about producing is really a strange thing because, you know, you see people's names and you say, okay, this person produced this record. When in fact, when I step into a studio and I put my vocal down on something, that's my production. That's me. Nobody tells me what to sing or how to sing it. I hear the song, I hear a demo, and I go, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I go in there, and from what the producers put on track as far as music is concerned, I vocally produce me. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of like stuff on this album. I was like, okay, David, I was like, David, I want you to put some Chicago horns on I Learned from the Best. He's Chicago man. He did all those hits and all those great songs with Chicago, and I just felt like there was something there that I said, it's got to be stronger. I said, David, put Chicago horns on it. And he said, you know, I never thought about that. And he put it on there, and it was like, it's classic.
Excellent.
It's classic, you
Excellent.
know. I called Lauren. I said, Lauren, I want to do I Was Made to Love Him. I said, I want you to flip the groove. And she did. She came up with this fantastic groove. While we're on the phone, she's 8 months pregnant, and she's got another kid grabbing on her leg, and we're doing the song over the phone. The next day, 2 days, she came up with the track. And it was just, you know, she's great. Just great.
You've got a lot of great people to work with.
Yeah, I did. I was really fortunate.
They come to you, essentially, do they?
Well, I asked Clive, I said, I want to work with Missy. See if Missy wants to work with me. Rodney, I knew it because I had heard through the grapevine that Rodney's whole intention for ever getting in the music business was to write for Whitney, bless his heart. And, well, I knew I wanted to work with David. I knew that David and Face and we were like old family kind of thing, but the newer generation of young producers I wanted to tap into, and that was Missy and Wyclef and Rodney, for the most part, and Lauren. And I was so pleasantly surprised, but so elated that these young people, African Americans, are so diligent and so prepared and so correct and so strong in their music and their convictions. It made me proud to be with them, really. I'm very proud of them all. I did pretty good in my career. We did good. Yeah.
Was it your decision to release this particular track as a single?
My Love?
Yes.
It was my decision to say yes, that it was the third single. Clive said, what do you think? My Love Is Your Love is a good single for the... Yeah, I think you're right. It comes up behind. We test everything, basically, you know, to see what the market feels like. And after It's Not Right, It's Okay, My Love Is Your Love came up the hottest track on the album. So that's next.
You've mentioned Clive a lot, just so our viewers know who he is. Could you just describe by saying Clive is...
To all the viewers who don't know who Clive Davis is, he's the president of Arista Records, and I call him my industry dad. He's my industry father.
How long have you been with Clive? Is it from the start?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 2, 3, 4, 17 years.
Wow. That's a good relationship to develop. My personal favourite from your album is Heartbreak Hotel. My previous favourite was Saving All My Love for You.
Bless your heart.
Lots of good memories with that one.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite track from the album?
I do.
Could you say my favourite track?
My favorite track? No, I'm only kidding. My favorite track, I feel this is my favorite track. There's a few, but there's one that I really love most. And it's,
I'm sorry, Whitney. Could you say from the album?
All right. From the album, my favorite track is You'll Never Stand Alone. It's just one of those songs that, excuse me, it makes me think of love in its purest form, to my child. There were so many things that went through my mind when I was recording this song, and I just can remember stressing that day so hard, because it was like, oh, I gotta get this album in, and there were so many other things, you know, your personal and your business life sometimes like this, you know, so I was stressing that day, and I remember sitting there crying and thinking, Chrissy's never going through this. I'm just thinking she'll never have to go through this bull crap. Never, ever, ever. And I went and I said, Face, play the track. And I just went and I just sang it. And I just remember the passion. I mean, I must have recorded it maybe 3 times. If I did it that many times. And Face said, that's enough, we did it.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, 5 now, is it? Okay. Moving on to other areas you're involved in. You've been producing recently.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
In terms of music or movies?
No, in sort of movies, and you've been doing TV
television?
producing, haven't you?
Yes.
It's a tough game.
Yes, it is. It is. You know what? The toughest part is to actually get your project off the ground.
I'm sorry. Could you say I've been producing?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I've been producing a few things over the years. My first stab at producing, I went for the big market. I went for TV. Never mind just a little record. I went for the big gusto, right? Oh my God, what did I do that for? Rewarding, very rewarding, but very hard. I mean, we had Cinderella for 4 years, and it took us 4 years to get it off the ground, to get a multiracial cast that we wanted. We wanted African Americans, we wanted Asians, we wanted Caucasians, we wanted this, we wanted that. And everybody thought like, oh, this is a dream, you know? I said, no, it's not. And believe me, it's gonna work. I know it's gonna work. So they finally gave us the money, we put the production on. Highly watched, what was it, the most watched television special in over 17 years.
And Brandy was involved with that.
Yes, she was. I chose Brand for the part. I was supposed to be Cinderella, but I didn't feel like Cinderella after, you know, all these years. I was like, oh, well, you know, I got a baby and I'm married. I mean, Cinderella days for me is gone. I felt like I was more the fairy godmother role. You know, because Brand and I had that kind of relationship, you know. And it was just right, because she was that youth that I was at 19, 18, who was raring to go. Oh, yeah, I want to go. Oh, you know. Yeah, she could do it. She had the energy. I didn't. You know, I don't have that kind of energy anymore to do that kind of work. But fairy godmother was my role. I was all right with that. Yeah.
Do you have any films planned for the future, either producing or acting in them?
Yes, I do have some films in mind for the future. And Will Smith and I are planning on doing a movie next year with my husband's and Mike and his wife and his company. We're both going to produce it together. So it's a really big project, you know. Universal's going to do it. And right now, Will's in the room with the writers right now, getting it down to science. So, yeah, hopefully next year we'll do production on it.
Music, film, television, you've done so much. Anything else that's next? What's
I just
left?
want a baby boy. That's what I'm working on, my son.
Great answer, that was fabulous, thank you. Can we just do these items now?
Sure.
And then I'll be
Sure.
out of here. There we go. Thank you. Oh, okay. This is to introduce this feature we've just... Thank you.
That's a lot of words. Let me see.
Hi there, Pepsi Chart. That's the name of my show.
Hi there, Pepsi Chart. Sorry I can be with you, but coming up is my new single. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
you.
Hi there, Pepsi Chart. I'm sorry I can't be with you, but coming up is my new single, My Love Is Your Love. Watch it. Or listen. Is it listening?
Watch it. No, watch it.
Oh, watch
It's
it?
a TV
Okay,
show.
so I said right, huh?
Once more,
You
if
want to
you
do it
wouldn't
again?
mind. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hi there, Pepsi Chart. One more time. Hi there, Pepsi Chart. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you, but my new single is coming up, My Love Is Your Love, so watch it.
That's lovely. And just that last one.
All right. Is this
That was my new one.
closing feature length? That was my new one. Hope you liked it, but that's all for me now. Okay. That was my new one. I hope you liked it. One more time. That was my new one. I hope you liked it. That's all for me from now. Whitney Houston, Pepsi Chart, New Jersey. Peace.
Great. Can I just get one more on that one? Just because you're looking down, it'll look
Okay.
better.
That was my new one. I hope you liked it. But that's all for me from now. Whitney Houston, Pepsi Chart, New Jersey. Bye.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm really grateful. Thank
All
you.
right, let's do this, man.